Okay, so this video is about how to apply your creativity and imagination into reality, especially if you have the 12th house Lord in the second house, right? Because the 12th house Lord is about creativity and imaginations and illusions and delusions. And the second house is about what you value, what you have to offer to the world, whether gift, talent, trait, or attribute, right? So like I said, this video is about how to apply your creativity and imagination into reality. So first you set an intention. What is an intent? An accumulation of whatever you're getting ready to start. When you get the right intent, you're helping others, right? So you're not doing an intent the wrong way based off of you just needing help and you being in some type of deserving energy, like you need help, so this is what you deserve. No. Having the right intent is like, this is something that has helped you already, and now you want to help others. Like, you want to help others because these are the things that helped you. So you want to help other people with that. That's having the right intent. That's having a good intent, right? So God likes to see intent. So, you got to make sure you have the right intent and you're not blinded by illusions and fake light, right? So light is, represented as like weight, so ideas and thoughts, things that can weigh you down. You don't want to have too many of the wrong things on your mind because, that's fake light and it blinds you. And if you was to stare at a light bulb, which is like a thought, like I said, if you're staring at a light bulb for a long period of time, you can be blinded by everything else that's going on in your surroundings, right? So you want to make sure that you're paying attention and you're giving percentage levels and you're not playing too much percentage into certain things. And we talked about this with the ruler, with the mental pilot tools. Like, that's it. It all comes together. But okay, so when you in things for the wrong intent, you develop the wrong ideas about what you are perceiving when you come to interact with people, places, and things. You develop the wrong ideas because the starting point is based on the wrong intent, and your intent is being looked at as ugly by God. So it's important for you to rechange, reconstruct, and craft out your intent before you start to participate. So like I said, your intent has to start on the basis of, how can this help others? Because it helped me. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, you just, I feel like it's easy when you're like a creative person already and you're an artist, and what you do creatively are things you already enjoy, things you like doing, and the ways that you like expressing yourself. So it's nothing for you to just do it, right? So when you're adding an extra layer of value to that, you're putting it on a routine and basis and stuff like that, that's when things start to change in other areas of your life and stuff. So that's kind of what this is about, like compartmentalizing and organizing, because you can talk about creativity and imagination all day, but your ability to be able to put that into practical use, into reality, is what makes the difference. It's what makes it you showing value to that, you know what I mean? So okay, so points. What is the whole purpose of having a point, right? So make sure whatever you're getting ready to start has the good intent behind it. It can help others, but what's the point? It has to have a point, because without a point, you're gonna sin. And a sin is a representation in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension of just being all over the place. You're not actually having a purpose in the first place, so you don't have no point to whatever you're participating in. So once you develop an intent, then you need a point. What is the point of this intent? The point of your intent is something that you have to, like, okay, so first you have an intent, then you have a point, then you have a point in your intent, which is the purpose. So proving what your point is the purpose. So let's say, for instance, you are the type of individual that wants to help others by creating music or creating art because it has already helped you creatively as an artist, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to help other people through your creativity and imagination because it has already helped you. So that's as simple as like reality. So this is like just an example of one of the ways, right? So if you know how much your art and your creativity or whatever it is that you're trying to broadcast or whatever you're trying to do, you see how much it has helped you. Like, if it's helped you through depression, it's helped you through sadness, if it's helped you through anxiety, if it's helped you through being focused, or help you with your grades, help you with school, help you memorize, help you cope with situations, help you not repeat outdated cycles or whatever the case may be, whatever your creative, like, and I'm speaking also from experience because I have my 12th house Lord in the second house. And I'm an artist and I'm creative, and that's the way I want to change the world. So I'm really speaking from experience it's like the more I learn to value my creativity and imagination and put that into practical use as far as routine and patterns every day, you know, because when you see the other house lords and you see how different like you might have like, because the 12th house is your creativity, imagination, delusions, and illusions, but your 5th house is your creativity, your expressions, your entertainment, what you like to entertain, how you like to be entertained, what you express. Okay, so since we're talking about the 5th house, like 5th house and 12th house are very similar, as you can see, but we're just going to go through all the houses so you can have a better like representation, differentiation of what they actually are. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure most of the people watching this video who got this far already know about all the houses and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm going to break them down anyway. So first house is your individuality, your personality, your personal issues, your personal interests. Your second house is your values, what you have to offer to the world, whether gift, talent, trait, or attribute. The third house is your familiar people, places, and things within your close proximity to your surroundings, and it's also basic communication. Fourth house is your privacy and your home matters. Fifth house is your creativity, your expression, how you express yourself, what you entertain, how you like to be entertained, your creativity and all of that, right? Your sixth house is your routine and pattern and what you put on a schedule every day. Your seventh house is how you're able to balance on one-on-one relationships and harmonize and you know, just the one-on-one aspect of things. That's what the seventh house is all about. One-on-one balance, love, harmony, communication, whatever. Not communication. Well, yes, communication, because it's an air. The seventh house births Libra, which is an air sign or whatever. So it is communication. So the air houses. Okay. Let me get through first, and then I'm gonna say what's the air houses, so that you know whatever. Or I'm gonna just say real fast. Okay. So the third house is the air house. The seventh house is the air house, and Aquarius, 11th house is also an air house or whatever. Okay, so like I said, 7th house is communication on a one-on-one level, right? 3rd house is basic communication with your familiar surroundings and whatever. And then 11th house, when I get to it, is what it's going to be when I get to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to organize and compartmentalize, whatever. Okay, so that's 7th house. 7th house, your communication on a one-on-one level. 8th house is anything that's behind the scenes that people don't really know about like that. It's also the things that you sit and ponder on to yourself, and then it creates an aura. So that's like the 8th house. The 8th house is what births Scorpio, whatever. But we're just going to talk about the individual houses. Okay, so that's the 8th house. 9th house is your education, what you're willing to expand on, and it's the whole energy behind what school represents, right? So it's like I said, education, what you're willing to expand on. It's also travel, internal travel and external travel. Yeah, so 10th house is practicality, earth, you feel me? It's like, it's your career path. It's like after you planted your seed, 2nd house, and you had it on a routine and basis every day, 6th house, it develops into what the 10th house is as far as your career, right? So, you know, I want to go, let's say you want to use the example like college, like say you want to go to college, that's the seed. You get good grades and do whatever you got to do every day to be able to get into that college. That's the 6th house. And then you actually going to the college is 10th house. And then, yeah, then it goes, you know, or whatever. So, okay, so that's 10th house. 11th house is how you conduct yourself in the public arena and your associates and things like that or whatever, right? So that's what I was going to say. So 10th house, let's say that example from just I used. The 10th house is the career once you go to college. 11th house is, you know, you seeing and the surrounding, the associates and stuff like that. 11th house is how you communicate with everybody, regardless of if it's on a one-on-one basis, if it's a group setting or whatever, like whether it's a romantic relationship, whatever. How you communicate on in general with everybody, broadly. That's the 11th house is. So the 3rd house is communication, basic communication. 7th house is one-on-one communication. 11th house is how you communicate with everybody, whatever. 12th house, like I said, is dreams, imagination, creativity, and delusions and stuff like that. Okay, so like I said, the purpose of this video, it was, you know, I just wanted to talk about like the you know, just applying in practicality, because I know it can be hard if you're like a dreamy person, you're like really into like creativity and you just want to do art all day. You might not want to interact with people all the time. You might not want to have to go out on a 9 to 5. You might not want to have to work for nobody. And even like when, like my mom has told me that like when her and my dad did what they did to create me, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? What they did, right? Like, my dad was in this space of like, I'm never working a job again. Like, that's what he's telling my mom. Like, you know what I mean? So like, this whole like not working for nobody and stuff, it's all like, that's what I resonated with. That's the kind of parents I attracted and stuff, you know. So it's like, I know that it's easy to just want to do creativity and just do that, and you can do it, but your ability to be able to do it in different settings is what can enhance your creativity and like your intent and stuff like that. Basically, like if you are not scared to do what you know you need, like, okay, like if your 12th house lord is in the second house, or your 12th house lord doesn't have to be in the second house, you just might want to apply your creativity in reality, right? And if you want to do that, one way that you can make it more realistic in terms of like money, career path, routine, like stuff like that, is if you're doing that creative thing that you're doing in all of these different spaces where it's not necessarily the space to be done at. Like, it might not be respected or acknowledged in those places, but you do that in those places. Like, you know, like for instance, like when I be on the bus, I be getting it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, I'm on the bus, you know what I mean? Like, just like, that's a representation of like you still being you, and it's like building your self-value. So it's like you can do a combination of things. So like I said, second house is your values, what you have to offer to the world, whether gift, talent, traits, or attributes, the things that you, the people, places, and things that you value, you know what I mean? So it's like me being a creative individual, expressing myself, dancing and doing all that stuff, showing my art and doing all of these things, right? It's like me valuing that, like me putting that into my values is like not being afraid to express myself even in those places where it's not acknowledged or recognized or whatever, not giving a fuck what anybody thinks or what anybody has to say or feel about, you know, me, especially when it comes to my creativity and imagination, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is like different things you can do. So, you know, you can go through the video, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing timestamps. I fuck with timestamps, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start doing timestamps so it's easier for people to see where things is at and what I'm talking about. I'm probably gonna upload this video right after I'm done, and I'm on my way to work, so I might not do all the timestamps and stuff. I'm probably gonna do another video in there, you know what I'm saying, with the keys. But nah. Yo, enjoy your life. I know I talked about this already, but yeah, enjoy your life. Like, don't be in no rushing energy either. Like, you might feel like, oh, I gotta go to work, I gotta do this. You don't gotta do shit, first of all. Just enjoy your life. Like, I'm not saying be late, but I'm just saying, if you know how you are, wake up early, you know, do what you gotta do. And if you didn't wake up early, don't beat yourself up like, oh no, I'm gonna be late anyway. So enjoy your time all the way up until you get there. And when you get there, you gotta know how to transmute and be happy even there. But you gotta know too, like, don't be trying to vibrate so high around low vibrational people. You know, you gotta know how to balance. You gotta know how to peep your surroundings and know how much percentage level to play into shit. Like, again, we talked about this with the mental pilot tools, with the Woo, and all these different things. It's like, when you know about the crystals in your mind and different things, how different things is created, and how you can use so many tools outside of you as a bitch for you in your dreams, imagination, whatever you got going on, you know. So like I said, this video is about how to put your creativity, dreams, and imaginations into reality, right? And that's what you do. You gotta have an intent. You gotta have a point. You gotta have a purpose. You know what I'm saying? These are just starting points on how you can get started, how intents are created in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like after all of that, the intent, point, purpose, all that stuff, then you can move on to something else and create your template, your curriculum, your paradigm of how you're gonna do things or whatever. This is just an introduction. But yeah, that's it. And lights.